just technically on PowerPoint, when you get stuck, and it's not if, it's when. Okay? And I've had this, and just to bounce around in PowerPoint a little bit, it's just really simple. This is more kind of on a tip sort of page. When you get into the regular PowerPoint window, and I'll show you how to do this. So when you launch PowerPoint, you're not doing the presentation right. I kind of just tend to make this side big enough that I can tell what slide is what. I'm trying to find my way, like Jay just said. You know, go ahead and find the slide, and I'll just flip around until I found the one I want, right? And I want to get to my integration. So I'll click on this. You probably all know this already, but now normally when you start the show, you would do F5. If you just hold down Shift and do F5, it starts you at that slide. So a lot of times if I'm stuck and I don't know how to get back, like a link didn't work or something because this happens, I'll just hit Escape, you know, real quick scroll in there, click on the one I wanted and Shift F5, and you get pretty good at jumping around in that. What I would say is when you're practicing, make some mistakes. You know, it's your own little, you know, mistakes are okay, mistake ritual, let's except for driver's ed. Sorry. Everywhere else, mistakes are okay. So that's jumping around a little bit. Any other thoughts, questions? PowerPoint can be scary. I mean, and I think like Mike said, sometimes it just doesn't work. You know, you saw me here, VLC didn't work. I think I need to, like, in front of you, I'm supposed to be talking about technology, I'm supposed to have some knowledge of this, and it didn't work, right? So the attitude with which I approach this is going to be key to whether it looks like it didn't work or I didn't work. Because people accept that it didn't work. They get it. They understand it. All right. Couple other, Dropbox. I want to cover Dropbox real quick. I want to quick explain, does everybody have their head around Dropbox, how it works and what it does?
Are our new trainers, are you all had some exposure and been in Dropbox? Don, have you been in it yet? The PCA trainer share? Okay, so
Ruben uses Dropbox really effectively, and it's I think a much better way of distributing the files than having it downloaded from the website. Because like Ruben was talking about the bookmark today, and you know what? When I was hitting things for this, I already knew that it was coming up a little bit because I have the bookmark version of the PowerPoint show because it was what was in Dropbox. So I went and got the most recent Double Gold Coach 1, and I saw that, and I kind of read through the new slides. I forget exactly where they are on the deck.
It's right before the final slide, yeah.
But you have to understand how Dropbox works because it's a little counterintuitive. What Dropbox was meant to do is, and I use it for this too, is I have files on my PC here, my laptop here, and I have files at home, right? And if I put them in my Dropbox folder here, they get echoed in both places every time. Okay? So what Dropbox actually does is, just for those two PCs, there's really 3 steps. The file, when I put a file in my Dropbox folder, it saves it here on my hard drive just like anywhere else on my hard drive, right? I don't have to be connected to the internet to use it or anything like that. But it also, as soon as I'm connected to the internet, it uploads it to the mysterious Dropbox place, right? And then if my other computer's online, it downloads it to that. So it's also physically on that hard drive. It's in both places. Well, when you use it as a group, it still does that. So if I go change DGC1 right now, I changed it for all of you, right? So if I go ahead and make an editorial change or write some bad words in it so that, you know, your presentation will go south, you know, it'll come up in yours and you won't necessarily know that, all right? And that's sort of the caveat of sort of the bad part of the good thing, I guess I would say. So when you change it for everybody. So I'm going to show you how I use it to avoid that, because I do change my files, and like Mike was talking about, you know, sometimes you got to get in there and tinker with the files a little bit. So I keep everything in Dropbox. Let me see it. So here's the PCA trainer share. This is the one that you all share. This is my Dropbox folder. But what I do is, I'll go ahead and take that, and if I'm going to do DGC, let's see, 2, because I already have one. I'm going to right-click and drag, just to drag this to my desktop, different from Mac. I'll show you how. And it'll say, you know, you want to copy here or move here. Do I want to copy or move? And why? Why?
Because if you're a Mac user, my tendency, I can't tell you how many times I've taken DG1 or 3 or whatever, and it's like, oh, I'm the only one in America who has this presentation.
And Joe Scally's in Minnesota at 8 gets into Dropbox and there's no file there and the projector isn't working. So you have to scramble around.
So that's one thing I did. So that's a good point. So if you move it out of Dropbox, you moved it out for everybody. If you put bad words in the file, you put bad words in the file for everybody, right?
Am I correct in thinking also that, well, first of all, my understanding is you always copy it, leave it on your desktop and work off your desktop.
Yes.
That's right. Because also if you don't have internet, you couldn't get to the Dropbox to begin with.
Not true. No, see, that's actually not true. And that's the kind of the cool thing about Dropbox is that what Dropbox does is, and this is why it's a great tool for like a personal tool, like take PCA out of the equation. I use it as a person. All my files are in Dropbox, which means if I go to work, my files are there. If I go home, my files are there. If I'm at the library, I can get them off the web, right? But what Dropbox does is it saves it locally on your hard drive in addition to the cloud, which is why I prefer it to other cloud services. With other cloud services, you're potentially right, where the file just lives in the cloud service and there's no connection. You don't get it.
It's still best to copy it, work off your desktop.
Absolutely.
But Joe, even though it saves it onto your computer, isn't it possible that it saves a version that doesn't have, like let's say I go in and remove it, and you're online, so it gets removed from your folder.
Correct.
Right? So then you shut off your computer, you disconnect. When you reconnect, won't that file still be missing? I mean when you turn your computer back on without an internet connection.
If it deleted it from my computer and I turn it back on, it will be gone still. Yes, it will still be gone. Unless you did what Eric's saying and put it on your desktop. In that case, you've created another copy of it that only lives on your computer, which is a great system. I, from time to time, just as a backup, Joe, will copy this whole folder.
Yeah, I copy and put them on my desktop and then know that I have one I can rely on even if this is out of Dropbox or gets changed. But then I try and do that frequently.
Exactly.
The other thing, if I could say, just to get all these problems, is copy it on your laptop. Use your laptop to work on them. I get a lot of people that they'll do it at work on a desktop, and then they'll either forget or they'll do something, or then they take the laptop to work and they do the workshop in there.
And I would agree with that 100%. I would say never open it from Dropbox. I would say, drag it, copy it to your desktop, open it from there. Do the presentation or work on it if you want to work on it.
But do it on your lap. Do it on the piece of equipment you're going.
Yes.
Because what happens is people work on it at work. They put it on the flash drive. They drag it to the laptop. They go to the computer. They go to the workshop with their laptop. Put the flash drive in, like you said, the thing from insane or whatever.
I hate flash.
And it doesn't work.
Flash drives are trouble. I mean, and I kind of joke about it, but from a serious standpoint, don't trust anything on a flash drive. Because if that thing goes south, it's not like a hard disk where you can repair the sectors. If it goes south, it's done. For the most part. Yes, it's pretty bad. Any question about Dropbox? Does everybody have a sense of how it works? You just get a Dropbox account, all the PCA files. The nice thing is this: when Ruben puts a new file in there, it gets, he doesn't think about did Joe get the same copy that I got? Everybody gets the same thing. Ruben puts in the new bookmark DGC1. Awesome, I've got it. I'm ready to roll if I did DGC1. Good? Okay.